he pulled out too right after signing the contract. Then they give me Ty Gorder, and he was the most game opponent out of everybody, in my opinion, anyways. So I was most interested in that matchup anyway, so I'm kind of glad everything happened like it did. But a lot of guys aren't saying yes to me. There's a lot of guys that are pulling out fights and a lot of guys that are turning me down. So sometimes these opponents that they come up with me and I end up fighting, it isn't my choice.
All right, we'll take a few questions here from our media joining us virtually tonight. Donna?
Hi, Dalton. Obviously, Ty was always going to be your toughest test yet. I mean, he has as many wins as all your previous opponents have fights put together. So it was going to always be a step up. You looked strong in there. You looked, when you were clinching, when you were wrestling, you looked physically dominant in a lot of ways. How did you feel in there, taking that step up?
I felt great. I felt like I did everything right. You know, I felt like I was winning the striking exchanges. He landed some good things. I mean, this is high level fighting. That's going to happen. But I was getting the better of the striking exchanges as well as the clinch and wrestling and grappling. I mean, overall, I think I beat him everywhere. And I think that goes to that's a testament to how hard I work everywhere. I mean, this is mixed martial arts. There's 4 or 5 martial arts that you have to master just to become, you know, good at the sport and compete at the elite level. So, I mean, it's just a testament to my work ethic and how hard I've been working.
How did you feel physically, you know, with the weight? Obviously, this is your second time making that bigger cut. You getting more comfortable with it?
Yeah, the cut this time was even easier than last time. Last time I didn't really struggle, but it was my first time cutting in a while, and it wasn't fun. But this time, everything went smooth. I got the process down here at the Mohegan Sun a lot easier, and everything went smooth. The weight cut was better. I felt better going into the fight, more confident, more energetic, and everything just fell together like it should.
Jay?
Hey, Dalton, congrats on the win. We'll find out who was writing that about you because I'm from cage side. I don't know who it was, but in any case, you know, you just mentioned middleweight. Is there any fight that would get you back up to light heavyweight, or is this the plan from here on out?
I mean, in the future, I'd be willing to go back up to light heavyweight for certain people, you know, if the matchup makes sense and if they're paying it, if the pay matches as well. But 185 is my weight class. I mean, I think I fit in here. I'm a bigger 185 pounder, and I'm doing well at this weight class. So I plan on staying here. But if they give me the right matchup and they pay me, I'll go back up to 205.
I know it's hard to kind of plan ahead while we're in a pandemic, but do you have an idea of when you want to get back in, when you'd like to fight next?
I really haven't thought about that yet. My contract's up next month. So I don't believe I'm going to get the full 5 fights in my contract. It was a 20-month contract, and that ends November 29th. So we're probably just going to be renegotiating at this point.
Giancarlo?
Hi, Dalton. Congrats on the win. Great performance.
Thank you.
Coming into this fight, you were on the prelim beforehand, and then you got moved up to the main card. So what did it mean to you to be able to get on that CBS Sports card?
I mean, what'd you think about the performance? I mean, I think that's a main card fight right there. I think we're both great athletes. We're both great fighters, and not taking any shots at anybody else, but I feel like the fight that was originally supposed to be on the main card before us wasn't as competitive and wasn't high level of skill either. So I think we ended up right where we were supposed to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. Great performance. And I guess final question for me. You mentioned about the new camp there. So who are some of the people you worked really extensively during this time? And what was maybe some of the best piece of advice you got?
Anderson Franca, Anderson De Carvalho. He was my striking coach down there, my Muay Thai coach. And that's who I was doing most of my work with. I mean, he extended my striking game, just adding a few things into it that I don't usually do, you know, making me a little bit more dynamic on my feet. And Mike Brown, he great coach, a lot of knowledge about the sport. And I mean, I couldn't ask for a better camp. And, you know, I kept my coach from home, Isaac Grilly, in my corner because he's a wizard whenever it comes to this stuff. Great wrestling background, black belt in jiu-jitsu. And I just think I have the best team around me, period, right now. And as for training partners, I had Christoph Jotko, the number 15 middleweight in the UFC, as one of my training partners, Johnny Ebelin, who just fought earlier tonight, who's a great middleweight. I was working with Austin Vanderford, Yaroslav Amazov, and someone who fights in a couple weeks, actually. I'm drawing a blank on the name. But and then also Roman Feraldo is also fighting in a couple weeks, I believe. He just got signed by Bellator, and he was training with me as well.
Lenny March.
Congratulations on a impressive performance, Dalton.
Thank you. I'm getting a little tongue-tied too.
Yeah, that was the struggle to get that one out. Sorry about that. So this was the first time you went 15 minutes in your professional career. How did it feel to go to the judges?
I mean, I expected it to happen sooner or later, but I mean, I'm just glad that I was finally able to show people that I can go the distance, and I have the gas tank for that, because there's a lot of people, as I said earlier, that are doubting my gas tank and say I can't go the full 15 minutes, and said there's holes in my game, which there's holes in everybody's game. There's things I can fix, but I think I beat a lot of those myths that kind of been told about me in the recent fights, last 2-3 fights, about me not having a gas tank or not being able to strike. So I was glad that I got to showcase that. But as for future, I don't want to go to judges. I want to leave it out of judges' hands. You see in boxing all the time, a lot of boxers get robbed of victories just because they left it in the judges' hands, and it was clear as day that they won. So I don't want that to happen to me. It happens less in MMA, but I want to keep that out of their hands as much as possible.
All right, we have time for one or two more here. Connor.
Hey, Dalton, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Going off of John Carlos' question earlier, just how does it feel to know that Bellator is confident to put you in that main card spot? Because, not a lot of guys that were 3-0 coming into this, kind of get that spot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super grateful for it. I'm glad that they did. I'll be sure to thank Scott and Rich for that. But I mean, I think that's really gonna, help with my notoriety and really help with my branding, my image, and help me, grow as a fighter in the future. I got the chance to show my skills and show my fighting on the big stage. And I mean, Bellator is a big stage in the first place, but I got to do it on the main card on CBS Sports. So I was very happy with that, and I'm glad that happened.
Yeah, absolutely. And you already talked about Ty and the way, how well he's known for his striking too. So going into this, was that something that you really want to prove too, that you could strike against a guy of that caliber?
Yeah, I think I could strike with anybody on this planet. I mean, and Ty is up there with the best of them. I mean, he throws really good kicks. I actually have a mark on my stomach from the one kick. I got a welt from the one kick he landed on me in the first round. I mean, dude's a great striker. He's explosive. He's athletic. He's quick, sharp. And I mean, I was getting the better of a lot of the striking exchanges in there. I think I rocked him twice. I'll have to go back and look, but from my point of view, it looked like I did twice. And the one time I kind of swore myself, we were up against the cage, and I kind of just went for the low risk, high reward situation where I went for the takedown. I knew I can get it. He was covering up, and looking back, probably could have stayed and striked with him, but so I wanted to get the for sure win. We are in the third round.
Final question, Simon.
Hey, Dalton, congratulations on the win, my man. Once again, I got the last one for you here. As a whole, you're training with all of these guys down at ATT, but where exactly do you feel that ATT bettered your game for this fight?
My striking. Anderson, great striking coach, and he's Amanda Nunez's striking coach. Thiago Santos, all the big name strikers down from that gym. He's their coach, and he elevated my game big time.
All right, Dalton, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.